I gave my homeless sister a job and an apartment, but when I came home early from my work trip, I found her in my bed with my husband. My sister was always a mess. Since she was 16, she'd fight with our parents, disappear for months, then show up broke and desperate. Our parents would give her money first, but after the 5th time, they stopped. After the 8th time, they called the cops on her. She still tried contacting us every few months. Always the same story. She'd changed. She needed help. Just one more chance. We all ignored her. But last year, I saw her on the street near my office. She was sitting outside a Starbucks with a cardboard sign. I couldn't walk past my own sister like that. I just bought 2 apartments in the same building as an investment. I was living in one and planned to rent the other. Instead, I gave it to her, fully furnished. I even got her an entry-level position at a branch office of my company. Nothing fancy, just data entry, but it paid $42,000 a year with benefits. My husband thought I was insane. We fought about it for 3 days straight, but I told him this was my decision and my money. He finally backed off. For 8 months, everything seemed fine. She showed up to work on time, paid her utilities, even came to Sunday dinners at our place. My parents were furious when they found out, but I didn't care. I thought I was watching my sister finally grow up. Then my company asked me to open a new branch 2 states over. Big promotion. Regional manager position. The project was supposed to take 2.5 months. My husband doesn't work. He's been between jobs for 3 years now, living off my income. So before I left, I asked him to check on my sister once a week, make sure she wasn't falling back into old habits. He said, of course, anything to help. Every week, I'd call him from my hotel room. How's she doing? Fine. Everything okay? Yeah, she's doing great. Any problems? No, all good. I believed every word. Then in month 2, the branch opened ahead of schedule. My boss said I could come home 15 days early if I wanted. I didn't even think twice. I booked a flight that same night and didn't tell anyone. I wanted to surprise my husband. I landed at 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, drove straight home. Our apartment building was quiet since most people were at work. I walked up to the 3rd floor, unlocked my door, and stepped inside. The TV was on. 2 wine glasses sat on the coffee table. Both had lipstick marks. I heard laughing from the bedroom. Her laugh. I recognized it instantly because she has this specific high-pitched giggle she does when she's trying to be cute. My hands were shaking as I walked down the hall. The bedroom door was cracked open about 2 inches. I could see movement inside. I pushed it open. They were in my bed. Under the sheets I'd bought for our 5th anniversary. The expensive Egyptian cotton ones I'd saved up for. My husband's eyes went wide. He jumped up, grabbing for his boxers on the floor, stammering some excuse I didn't even hear. My sister didn't move. She just pulled the sheet up to her chin and stared at me. No shock, no guilt. Just this blank expression like I'd walked in on her watching Netflix. I stood there for maybe 10 seconds. Nobody said anything. Then I looked directly at my sister and said, "You have 1 hour to pack your things and get out of the apartment I gave you. If you're not gone by then, I'm calling the police and reporting you for trespassing." She opened her mouth to say something, but I cut her off. I don't want to hear it. 1 hour. Then I turned to my husband. He was still standing there half naked, looking terrified. I said, "You have 30 minutes to decide. You can leave with her or you can stay and try to explain. But if you stay, you're sleeping on the couch until I figure out what to do with you." My sister finally spoke up. She said, "Come on, this isn't that big of a deal. We didn't mean for it to happen." I laughed. Actually laughed out loud. I said, "I gave you a home. I gave you a job. I gave you a chance when your own parents wouldn't even let you through the door. And this is how you repay me?" She rolled her eyes, like I was overreacting. That's when I lost it. I told her she had 30 minutes now, not an hour. And if I saw her anywhere near my building again, I'd make sure she lost the job too. My husband tried to touch my arm. "Baby, please, let me explain." I stepped back. "Make your choice. Her or this marriage." He looked between us for a long moment. Then he started putting on his clothes. He chose her. They both left within 20 minutes. Took nothing but their clothes and her laptop. My husband didn't even look at me as he walked out the door. I changed every lock that same night. Cost me $340, but it was worth it. The next morning, I called HR and had my sister terminated for violating company policy. Turns out she'd been skipping work 2 days a week for the past month. Nobody had reported it because I was her emergency contact, and they assumed I knew. My husband texted me 4 days later saying he made a mistake, that it only happened a few times, that he wanted to come home. I blocked his number. Last I heard, they're living together in some studio apartment across town. My divorce was finalized 2 months ago. My parents called to say I told you so about my sister. I hung up on them. Sometimes people show you exactly who they are. You just have to be willing to see it.